Thank you,
I just
God.
started practicing it. I was like, it's happening for you, not to you. And I
Yep.
just held on to that
Yep.
belief. And I just started
Oh, baby.
doing stuff, like just not giving up, waking up, still trying. And I just started letting anything that was attached to me that felt like it was sucking the life out of me financially, emotionally, I just started letting it go. And I'm a people pleaser. I've
Me
never
too.
been the one to say no. I've never been the one to not, you know what I'm saying? Like, want to see somebody else situation,
Succeed or
you know what I'm
yep.
saying,
Yep.
be diminished because
Yep.
of me, you know?
Yep.
And like a lot of people was on my payroll, I had to start reassessing. I had to start looking at, and I'm
Mm.
like, what did you do for the last 12 months for $12,000? Nothing.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? And so I had to let them go. And it was like every time I started dropping weight, I started like getting more wind underneath my wings, and I started going higher. So I nuts. And what was nuts about it, I went viral getting, I was back in my warehouse because we hadn't been employees at the time. I had done let everybody go. We had maybe like 7 or 8 people there. And I'm back in my warehouse, like doing everything myself. And I was like, Stormy, just pick up the camera. Like you building. Like
Show
just show
them.
it.
Show them the
Just show it.
journey.
Just show it. It
Show
wasn't even
them the
about
truth.
it wasn't even about the body glaze for real. I talked about it. I was like, if y'all curious to see what we having to ship out, it's the body glaze. And I did it. Like week 1, viral. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I was like, if I could just get an extra, extra couple $1,000s a day, that's gonna help me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But then it didn't stop.
It surpassed all of
It
that.
just kept going, and it has not stopped. And then now in hindsight, I'm able to look back over it and even say with even more confidence, everything that I was feeling, it was happening for me. It was
For
happening to
you.
me. Because if I hadn't never went through that, I wouldn't have been able to let they're saying it's separation before elevation.
Oh, baby.
When you got so much on you, when God wants to take you
You
somewhere,
have to
He
shed
wants you to just shed all of
and
that before
prune.
He give you
Yep.
what He got for you. And it
Yep.
ain't that it ain't yours.
Yep.
You can't have it that way.
Yep.
And I'm so glad I maintained some semblance of belief in that bad season, because now in the good season, I'm able to say that was
And
true. That was
understand
the
it.
truth.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? What's up? What's up? So hey, we a lot of us know that Stormy did a podcast interview with B Simone. Wonderful interview, a lot of really good information. Some eye-opening things were said in there, especially what Stormy said her mom said to her. But we kind of, those of us who watched Love and Marriage Huntsville, it ain't nothing blow your wig back. Her mom basically called her stupid B just because she quit college. Like she said, that's what she said, verbatim, you stupid B. Wow. But other than that, there was a lot of other things that Stormy discussed about her journey with being a cosmetologist and owning that business. And yeah, y'all got to check out that interview. But let's get into the main thing, the main reason why we're here and why I'm making this video. It appears that Stormy sat down with B. Simone knowing what was coming down the pipe with her former COO. She talks a lot about dropping, as you heard, dropping dead weight, feeling like once she got rid of certain people that she felt was holding her down, she flourished and took off and things got really, really good. And it's like, okay, but this particular person actually helped you get the wind beneath your wings and help you rise to the next level. Now, let's be honest. As a business owner, you have full right to fire anybody at any given time if you feel like they are a threat to the overall health and wealth of the company. If you feel like they're not doing their job correctly, y'all have some disagreement that you just cannot get past, you have full right to do so. So if she felt like she needed to fire Kyle, more power to her. However, from listening to this podcast and seeing different things, how Stormy has moved on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Stormy seems to be in the kind of mindset that people are, if they're not serving you, then they're very dispensable. And even to the point where it's like she doesn't even respect what they contributed on the front end. That's how it appears. I mean, I hate to bring Melody into the situation, but that's how it showed on the show when it came to Melody. It's like, oh, you got me in the door now. Now I don't, pay you dust. I mean, that's really how I feel like she moved when it came to Melody. And then she showed how much little respect she has for Tisha after she, helped Tisha put a battery in her back to support the whole anti-male situation. Once she realized that Tisha had really no use for her, she just really went in on talking real bad about Tisha. Now, I don't know what her and Destiny's relationship currently is. Maybe there's some sort of mutual benefit going on there, why she hasn't really just dogged her out and paid her dust as well. But that seems to be what Stormi's motto is. And even when she mentioned owning that beauty salon, being a cosmetologist, some of the things that she said occurred was just like, ooh, that's kind of sketchy. Like with her and the client getting into it, the client pulls out a weapon against her. It's like, girl, like, you seem to be rubbing people real bad, real wrong, real fast. And so when she's sitting on this interview with B. Simone, it's a lot of stuff that she's saying. You feel a lot of sympathy for her, but I'm also picking up on patterns of behavior. And it's like, it's cringy. Now, I know Stormi probably did this interview thinking, hey, look, I'm going to get ahead of the story with this issue with Kyle, my former COO, and I'm about to get ahead of it and just basically explain to people, put on the waterworks, put on the sympathy pad. Like, look, I've had some struggles and I have issues with trusting people, so this is why I move the way I do. But which is irrespectable, but it's also important to be respectable in how you handle things with other people and how you move out here in these streets, because your name is what carries you to the end of life, so being very careless on how you do things and messy on how you handle things, because I believe it sounds to me like how she handled her former COO, Kyle, was very messy. Now, he responded in a messy manner as well, but I feel like how she handled him overall was kind of messy, and she could have did a lot better. And she does that a lot in a lot of situations. She flies off the handle. She goes way too far, and then she wants to feel sympathy. She has a second thought, and now she wants to feel she wants people to give her sympathy. And even to the point where she talked about falling out with this girl at her hair salon, that she made seem like, oh, I just told the girl leave out my store, and she, is downplaying a lot of it. But she said the girl even recorded. Now, look, I'm about to start looking through these internet streets and see if I can find that video recording. But she said the girl recorded their altercation. And to me, it sounds like it was a huge mess. Like, it was probably like very similar to that situation that happened in her warehouse, where there's a lot of cussing of the outs, and I don't know, girl. I really had a lot of high hopes for Stormi coming in, and I don't know if I really still do, but I'm hoping that this gets cleared up and she actually gets to clear her name, and it's actually an honest clearing of the name. Like, okay, I understand why she did what she did, that Kyle was completely in the wrong, and I see why she moved how she moved. I don't feel like that's going to happen, but it would be nice if it did, so us Black people can continue to support Black businesses. But if you are a Black business out here moving grimy, we ain't got to support you, honey. And we do have the full right to criticize what you are doing. But I'm hoping that is not the case, and that everything clears out very well, and she's on up and up, and she's keeping her nose clean and handling things like she should. But I would say on the outside looking in, it don't look that way at all, child. It don't look that way at all. So that's all for me, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. I will chat with you guys later, and bye-bye for now.